Who would have thought Nebraska looked like this?
I don't think that the video we can give you can give this place justice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa! Top of the morning to ya from Fort Robinson State Park. First item of business was coffee.
Already drank a couple cups.
Excellent internet.
Horsey,
We got a video uploaded. We're a week and 1 day into our 2.5 week trip, so we also need to find a laundry facility, which we've heard that they have. So hopefully we can get some maps and some good information and plan out our day. We're not even out of the parking lot yet, and I have already decided that everybody needs to be visiting this western part of Nebraska. This place looks really cool. You can see all of the individual layers in these rocks behind me. I mean, it's really apparent. Like, you'll see, like, there's a white line that goes through it's really obvious, and it just follows all of the mountains, so to speak. I'd call them mountains, but I'm from Kansas. So we're gonna see how far we can get. The whole trail is a mile, and it's supposed to be really easy for the first half mile, and it gets steeper. But the photographer that we ran into said that it's a pretty easy hike. We're gonna go check it out.
thought Nebraska looked like this. Not me.
I hope you can see the layers of sediment in these hills behind me because it's really clear. where the different layers are. So it's like red, grays, whites, reds, grays, whites. Pretty cool. I don't think that the video we can give you can give this place justice. The layers, the colors, the change in the rocks and the landscape. I mean, because you're literally in Ogallala grassland, and then you come to this rockscape of some kind. I don't even know what to call it. And it's just, yeah, I don't think the video can do it justice. Do you think it's gonna do it justice?
Not at all.
I don't.
You can see these little creeks through here that just cut into these rocks, form it into what it is, and it's just beautiful.
I mean, look at these layers. Look at this. What happened here? And why is it down here and up here? There is a fault line. You can see a fault line where there was layers in the rocks, and then they drop down, and it's, you know, a 30-foot difference in where the layer of that particular layer is. So that's really cool. But I'm not a good enough photographer to do this justice. And I know I'm not here in the golden hour, and I should have come in the golden hour, so I apologize to you guys. In the parking lot, there is primitive camping. You probably have to have a pretty short rig, but you could come boondock. Right here, at the foot of all of this.
But this is my other favorite thing.
Why was this one of your favorites?
Because it was so much fun climbing.
Because you got to climb the rocks?
Yeah.
You really do get to get up in the middle of all of it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 1.2 mile hike.
Yeah.
And Ollie is the only one that complained.
Yes. It was so fun. When I fell, I didn't even whine about it. I was having so much fun.
And the only reason Ollie complained was there were some spots where you had to kind of walk over some holes, and it made him a little nervous. That was all. I am still trying to figure out why you have not been to Toadstool yet.
It is so much fun.
Yeah, Maddie liked it too. It was
Kind of scary.
It wasn't scary.
Kind of.
The hike, I mean, you do have to do a little bit of climbing, a little bit of getting over some rocks and things like that. The ground is kind of sandy, so it is a little bit slippery, but you can totally do it, and it's totally worth it. I mean,
it's totally worth exercise too.
Yes, you can get some exercise. Our 3-year-old did it. He had to hold a hand from time to time, but a lot of the times he was just climbing over the rocks and being a crazy guy, so come to Toadstool. I guess I should show you the view that you get from the campground too. This is the campground. Camping spots. This is what you're looking at when you're staying here. Not him, you don't have to put up with seeing him. You just get to see the cool view. I take back my previous statement about only short rigs. There is a spot that I would say is probably long enough for us at 37 feet. I'm gonna say probably 2 spots that we can fit in out here. 14-day limit, like any other national park or state park or anything like that. So, dude, come, park it, stay here for a while. I wish we would have known. It's $5 a night to stay overnight.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Dreamy breeze.
Okay, when you come out to Toadstool, you need to come to the High Plains Homestead, which has a adorable, cute little restaurant called the Drifter's Cook Shack, and it is It's really good and it is super cute. The owner's in there working. Delicious pies. So good. So I'll tell you the road, but there's a sign and it says to the something something. I'll write it down here. Education Center. When you're out on the road going to Toadstool, so you need to turn and come down the road that says the Education Center. That's how you get to the Cook Shack where you need to come for lunch, and this adorable little property that actually has an RV park and rooms that you can stay in as well. The homestead, High Plains Homestead, it looks like they must do some sort of a steak dinner or something. They have a little cooking pit out in their like courtyard area and a bunch of tables and stuff, and it says like reservations suggested. I don't think that was necessarily the case for lunch, but like she was taking reservations for dinner from people while we were there. So for dinner, it seems to be a happening place. And I mean, it seems like it's out in the middle of nowhere, and we just happened upon it. But like I said, I'll make sure to write down the name and link it in the description and everything so that you can find it when you come out to Toadstool. Because it's a must stop. It's a cute little place. So the turnoff that I was telling you about on the road to Toadstool that took you to the High Plains Homestead was you're following the signs for the Hudson-Meng and the High Plains Homestead signs. So Hudson-Meng is, I think that's how you say it, is a bison bone bed where hundreds, thousands, lots of bison came, and all of their bones are in this little enclosure, and you get to kind of go explore it. So we're walking down to where you dig in bison bones. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, very cool.
I can be.
The bones were found here in the 40s by a local rancher. His name was Mundane. It took him like 14 years to get anyone to come out. I mean, I guess the roads were worse back then. Dr. Agenbrod comes out, he's like, Bison antiquus, this is neat. I want to get some specimens for museum, something like that. So he digs some test pits to see where the bones are first, and every place he digs, he finds bones.
Yes.
So all of a sudden, it's like, whoa, this is big. Over those 12 months, they uncovered everything drawn here.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow.
The piece that's exposed below you right now is outlined in blue here.
Oh,
Okay.
All but one
I
of
think
the
maybe
points as
they killed the
Alberta.
buffalo with spears.
So Alberta culture,
And so there would be a stick on there.
again, it's a range. What you were just saying was perfect about them like chasing them off of a cliff,
Yeah.
right? It's because that's exactly what Dr. Agenbrod thought happened here. So I don't know if you saw a cliff when you came in.
Not really. But
No,
Nope.
neither did Agenbrod. How do you normally count cattle?
I count their legs and divide by 4.
How do other people count cattle?
by their heads.
By the head. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you count the heads for me?
0, 3.
We have a winner!
Yeah.
It's 0! These are real bones.
Oh, that was just like the one we found.
Yeah, this one? This is the Atlas. Wow, so those tags over there are the locations of the radiocarbon date samples. So what we find is that looking at those tags, which you might remember are like 3 feet apart, those bones are about 600 years different.
So the Hudson-Meng Discovery and Education Center, I believe is the full name of it, but it's a part of the National Forest, and the admission covers a guided tour, and I highly suggest doing the guided tour. It's they kind of take you through the timeline of discovery to the first theories that they had about what happened to these. Did they end up saying 600 or so bison? Yeah, 600 bison. All No heads, some jaws, but no heads, no horns, anything like that. I'm not. So they take you through all these timelines and theories and thought processes. I won't give anything else away because that's the fun of the tour, is getting all that information along the way and kind of coming up with your own theories about what happened. But it ended up being way cooler than I thought it was going to be. So definitely worth checking out. Your national park pass will get you in here, or you can pay an admission fee and do the spear throwing. Do it. It's totally worth it. And I just want to say, I did the best job out of our family. Cue the video.
So this is your spear or your dart, and this is called the addle-addle. So I'm gonna bring it forward. It's gonna be like a second elbow. So I'm gonna point this thing where I want it to go. Okay? And then about halfway through, I have to let go of the spear. So. Whoa! Like that. Okay.
And he's throwing it forward. Here goes Papa.
Yeah, all right.
Next.
Watch Mommy, stay out of her way.
Best one yet.
It's sticking in the ground.
Well,
Stick it in the ground.
Jeff's turn.
I'm thinking of just like throwing.
Oh, way better than me.
Are you guys ready to see the
Farther than those. Now take this one off. Perfect.
There you go. Oh man, buddy.
Wow, good job.
Jeep ride time. We're waiting. We are waiting on our Jeep. We're gonna go on a ride up to the buttes and
Papa's not coming.
see some nice buttes.
Papa's not coming though.
There is only room for 6 people, so Papa doesn't get to come. You can do more people, and they'll take both Jeeps, and you'll just follow each other, but the time frame, because we leave tomorrow, it wasn't going to work out. So Papa just opted to do some work, and we are going to ride the Jeep.
Walk, come walk with me. Feel the breeze, come walk with me. Oh, and dance, come dance with me. Shuffle your feet, come dance with me. And I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. When life, it gets you down, steals your crown, and breaks your will. Oh, I'll pick you up, brush off the dust, and hold you still. I will tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. And go to sleep, my darling. Oh, the night is getting darker. You can dream about tell you when you're older how I loved you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came.
So we've arrived for our last adventure at Fort Robinson, which is going to be a breakfast, I believe out on the bluffs by a Jeep-drawn wagon, and we heard it's pretty cool, so off to breakfast.
And I will tell you when you're older how I love you just the same. It only matters where we're going. It never mattered from where you came. It never mattered from where you came. It never mattered from where you came.
We're dumping the takes at Fort Robinson, hooked up, ready to go. Headed on to Merritt Reservoir, which is in Valentine, Nebraska, which is an area that I have been to before, and it is gorgeous, and I'm excited to go back. But final thoughts on Fort Robinson, it's awesome. The whole park is just pretty darn cool, and all of the extra things that they have for you to do, all of the stuff, like the plays, the craft center, the tours, everything. It's all great. So I highly recommend Fort Robinson. One piece of information that you should know, just in case, if you are taking some of the meal tours. So there's the chuck wagon dinner, a steak dinner, and a breakfast. The breakfast and the steak dinner are in the same location. So if you want to go to different spots, do the chuck wagon dinner and the breakfast. Then you get the two different locations. So good to know. We didn't know that, and we just that's what we happened to be here for, so that's what we chose. And the shows are at 8 o'clock every night, and you can do the dinners and still make it to the show. And the chuck wagon driver will even drop you off at the show if you were going to go to the play at 8 o'clock after the chuck wagon dinner. So that's also good information to know, because we did not know that, or we would have gotten tickets to go see The Little Mermaid. So, but if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, share. If you've been to Fort Robinson, tell us your experiences, what things would be a don't miss for you, and see you on the trail.
Walk, come walk with me. Feel the breeze.